It's everywhere. I feel like I'm in America.
Claw machines. We just saw some with food inside.
I thought that was really weird. It was really odd to have a bus.
Hey guys and girls, it's your flashy fashion reporter Kathy Kat, and today we're going to go hit the streets of Tokyo and ask the foreigners what only in Japan surprise thing, something they discovered and they think that's kind of new, they didn't know that before, they have found out about Japan. So let's go and ask foreigners in Japan.
Not really, to be honest. I just wish we had more time because I didn't realise kind of how far things were in terms of travelling on the trains, but everything's pretty good. Like, pretty happy. I just wish I had more time.
How about trash cans? Not missing any trash cans?
Yes, so we're missing that because we carry
backpack.
I just thought it reminded me of Melbourne. I actually didn't feel like I had landed in another country until I got into Shinjuku. Yeah, Shinjuku. That's when I was like, oh, whoa. And then it felt like a virtual reality Nintendo DS game because it was nighttime and everything was flashing. But when I was at the airport, I still felt like I was in Melbourne. I had the same type of vibe. The train station was the same type. And because we have such a big Japanese and, Chinese population stuff at home, even the atmosphere wasn't different. It all felt similar. So I was like, oh, let's wait and see. And then when I got out, I was like, oh, well, okay, we're in Japan. Starbucks obsession. I didn't realize Japanese people were so obsessed with Starbucks. It's everywhere. I feel like I'm in America. I was like, every corner is a Starbucks and it's always full. So that's something that people might not know because I wasn't expecting that. You can get coffee in Japan.
A lot of coffee. I'm wondering about you. When you came in, did it not surprise you that you probably are the tallest person around you?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like you go into some restrooms and small little cafes and there's a lot of ducking. But I'm kind of used to it. It's just a little bit different here. Everything's a little bit shorter and smaller, but it's pretty cool. The clothes fit, which are good. Everything's oversized. So that's a problem I have at home, which I'm not having here. So that's nice. What? Yeah.
At home, he needs to go in all the NBA stores and all the American stores to get like sports clothes that fit him. If he goes to the Tommy Hilfigers and all of that, they stop like there. Yeah, they're too short on him. So here, he's like, oh, do you think the clothes will fit? I go, I don't know. Because when we go to Bali, all their clothes are so little. But in Japan, everyone's oversized, fashionistas. Didn't realize the fashion was so good here. The shopping's incredible.
And also there's obviously the vintage. We've just come down, I'm not sure what street that is. There's the massive vintage and second-hand dealers. The clothes are amazing and they're really top quality. They look brand new, but yeah, they're obviously vintage and used. But yeah, didn't realise that'd be such a big thing here.
Disappointing wise is actually not really actually. Yeah, the weather is also good to us. The people around, they are also very nice. Maybe towards the more of the iconic Japanese foods, they are slightly harder to be found. I think one of them is the one we go yesterday. Is actually a omurice store, but it is in Akihabara, correct? Yeah, but then the aisle is quite shady, so we're not sure. Are we supposed to enter the area?
At the corner,
Yeah.
It was good.
In the end, we managed to find the food, and it's good. Yeah.
So you had to first make it through the shady alley to get to the good food.
Correct. I think that's the only slightly disappointing part is. Yeah, the lights is quite, you won't know whether is it safe for us to enter.
Yeah, it's a bit too dark.
Correct.
The store closes
quite
early.
Yes.
Yeah, by 8 p.m. everything is closed. So after dinner, we can't really shop around.
What is quite early for you when you said the shops close early?
Back in Singapore, it closes at around 10 p.m. So after dinner, you still get to shop around. But in Japan, I think they closes
about 7,
about
8.
some tourist places 7 they start to close.
But especially Kyoto it closes at around 5. Then we are only able to find only food places. But then other than that, we couldn't find any more of like shopping streets. For myself, I didn't expect anything different. The procedures that we go through is the same. So we go to a baggage check. Just that one different thing is that because I think this is our first time in Japan, so they collected our passport information. Correct. So they did a scan through and need the fingerprint as well. But other than that, the bag checks, all these are the same. But I think the good thing about, as in not say airport, but usually when they do the checks, they are quite thorough. In Japan, they're quite thorough. So they will open the bag and use the torchlight and to check. So make sure that it is clear. And of course the for UV wise, the UV scan is the same as Singapore. But other than that, the torchlight is like something that I've never seen before.
So they open your bag and shone a torch into it?
Yes, correct. They shone a torch over it. Yeah, to check whether are there any suspicious things. Oh yes, we saw a very cute dog. Okay, so we arrived in Kansai International Airport, which is at Osaka. So we started our journey there. So I'm not sure who are they.
Police dogs.
Yeah, police.
Yeah.
Dog,
It looks very different from Singapore. It's really cute. I think Singapore ones are the bigger ones.
Over in Japan, they have like similar look like hush puppy size, very small size. Yeah. Then the inspector, they are wearing a red color cap, and they greeted us immediately. So when we said, they just greeted us with konnichiwa. Yeah, they were like, oh, okay. I thought they would be like very strict. Yeah, so there's something quite different that we've seen in Japan as well.
Well, it looks exactly like the internet says it looks. Yeah, and for me, it's my first time here, and I'm really surprised by how many stores there are. Everything is pink and everything is just wonderful. And it's kind of the way you see it on the internet now, like, is that a real country? And it is.
Comparing the shops here on the street and the shops back in Germany.
Well, I'd say the shops in Germany I would describe as a little more boring because there is so much diversity here and a lot of colors and a lot of different things. And in Germany, it's kind of a little more subtle.
Beige, black and white is what I would have said. Yeah.
I don't know, but I found it extremely cute. I think it's like salmon with a little face.
Salmon with face?
Yes, and like a little body, and I just thought it was really cute.
Yesterday we saw a vending machine. I think it was like you put 1,000 yen in and a surprise kind of comes out like
mystery
a
prize.
But
It
all
looked
the
very outdated.
all of the prizes were things such as digital cameras, a Nintendo DS, like an MP3 player. So
Super outdated.
yeah, we thought that was quite funny. So
Did you give it a go?
no.
I wanted to. I wanted to.
He wanted to. I said, don't waste our yen. We arrived quite late in the airport this time, so it was very empty and there was no food open. No food is the theme of our trip, I think.
Please help us. We're so hungry. I'm kidding.
Actually, one funny thing we saw was claw machines. We just saw some with food inside. And we just thought it was really funny that
If you're hungry, just buy
Just
food.
buy food.
Like,
our country is quite strict on customs, so
I got in easier here than I get back home.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
actually
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But it's easier from Japan or get into Japan than to get into Australia?
Absolutely, yeah.
Even though it's your own country?
Yes.
I guess I look suspicious. I don't know.
Australia customs is very strict. They don't let you bring any liquids on the plane, even if you've purchased it inside the airport. So if you have a bottle of water, when you're going to get on the plane, they pour it into
Oh no.
like a drain. Yeah, they're very thorough with searching bags, patting people. Australia is very strict. So Japan was surprisingly easier. Yeah.
You get picked out quite a lot?
yes.
A little bit.
Yes.
Oh,
he
I did get
does.
patted down in somewhere in Japan. Remember?
Yeah, he had
Copped
the
a little feel.
pat down from the police.
Yeah.
Or the
It wasn't the police. It was the customs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tattoos. Up to no good. Up to no good. You know.
Yeah.
Would you compare the people at customs in Japan to the people at customs back home?
Polite home country, it's like everyone hates their job. In Japan, they're so helpful.
Yeah.
With the form, they were so patient, so helpful.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
nice,
People
yeah.
people seem to like appreciate having a job here and like take it serious. In Australia, I feel like a lot of people take it for granted. So
Yeah. Yeah, they seem very bored in Australia and impatient if, maybe you're not so organized or prepared. In Japan, they're very happy to help you out or wait. In Australia, they're like,
Thomas, the locomotive.
Ah, the Thomas the Tank Engine?
Yeah.
Can you show it to the camera?
Yeah. I thought that was really weird to see because I don't know much about Thomas the locomotive, but I think it was really odd to have a bus.
What did you find?
Food that looks like Fuji.
Was that on purpose that it looked like that, or was that a coincidence?
In Kawaguchiko, near the Fuji.
So in Austria, is there like food that looks like the Alps or the mountains?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
All right, you can see this one here is a construction site, and there is even a little man bowing saying sorry for the nuisance we're causing you for the construction, which I have never seen abroad that someone apologizes. Sometimes on these construction sites in Japan, there is even a thing that measures the noise to show that there's no so much noise pollution or not so much nuisance to your neighbors, and they know that they have to keep it down during certain times. Sometimes you have like little machines that look like humans with a glow stick that warn you that here is some sort of construction site. And another thing that is absolutely crazy and I love is they will sometimes rinse down the entrance and exit to the construction site to make sure that the road where they're building is actually not dirty. There's a lot of little details here that you figure out when you live in Japan that you're just amazed about. Japan does a lot of things that your country might not do. And if you want to find out more about Japan, check out this video next. There's some more opinions from foreigners who've come here and their love and their interest in Japan. So check this one out next. My name is Kathy Cat and I'll catch you soon. Bye!